Hello everyone, welcome back to Black Moon Coven, and you are watching WitchCast, a series of videos where I document the controversial and hot topics of the witch community. So today we're going to talk about witch labels. I know that's not a very controversial topic at all, but I feel like a lot of baby witches need to hear this point. So I'm talking about baby witches, the first day of being a witch type of witch. Don't restrict yourself to a label, okay? Take it from me. It's not the best way to learn about witchcraft. It's not the best way to go about finding your particular path. Don't restrict yourself to a label. If this is your first day in being a witch and this is the first video that you come across, awesome. However, don't restrict yourself to a label because it'll hinder your learning in the long run. For example, personal story. When I first started off in witchcraft, I started off as Wiccan. You know, most people do, just because the information is so readily available and it teaches you a lot of the basics of magic and correspondence and everything else. So it teaches a lot of basics, which is great. However, I didn't really connect with the teachings and the techniques and different things like that. It didn't connect with me, which is totally fine. You're gonna find different paths that really, vibe with you, and ones that just you don't really connect with. And then you can change your path over time, like I did. I went from Wiccan to more traditional witchcraft to now folk witchcraft. So once you change your path, you kind of have to relearn some of the things. So it's kind of important as a baby witch not to restrict yourself to a particular label, because then you're going to be relearning some of the basics in a new way. Each path has its own techniques, has its own ethics, has its own, methods of spellcasting, methods of doing different things. So don't restrict yourself to a label just yet. If you are a baby, fresh-faced witch, I know that, with social media and, the witchcraft is growing and everyone is, coming into the craft and everyone needs to put a label on everything nowadays. Don't restrict yourself to a label. Call yourself a witch for now and just focus on studying everything you possibly can. If you choose a specific path really early on, you're going to be restricted by what that path teaches, by those techniques, and by those methods of spellcasting, methods of different things. So you're going to be really restricted to that, and you're going to be learning only within those means. When as a baby witch, you should be soaking up all of this different information so then you can choose a path accordingly. It took me 10 years to figure out that, I'm not a Wiccan, not at all. I just didn't agree with me, just didn't connect with me at all. I don't like crystals, not that I hate crystals, they just don't really connect with me. I don't use them that much. I do have some laying around, but I don't use them as much. I don't use sage as much. And those are different things that you will find once you start researching, once you start weeding out what's good for you and what's not. That is how you will find your path and your footing in witchcraft. It's very important that when you are a young, baby witch, that your mind is soaking up different information from different paths, from different things, soak up all of that information, then narrow it down to whatever you want your path to be. So it took me 10 years to figure out what exactly I want to be in witchcraft and what type of witch I am, and to find my deities and everything else. So take your time. Don't rush into anything. You don't have to pick a label on the first day. You don't have to pick a coven on the first day or anything else on your first day of witchcraft. Take your time, okay? The first day should just be like, yes, I'm a witch. Done, okay? Next day, you should just start researching, start doing different things. What drew you to witchcraft? Maybe research that topic a little bit further. So that's basically the video. The very first day of witchcraft, try not to restrict yourself with a label. It will hinder your magical learning in the long run. Take it from me, I changed my paths multiple times in the course of these 10 years, and I feel like I'm kind of behind on certain fundamentals that I should have learned a while back. But because that I chose a label in the very beginning, I was restricted by that. So I just don't want that to happen to any of my baby witches following me or watching the videos. So definitely try not to pick a label in the beginning. Just call yourself a witch for now until you are, more learned, more studied in the areas of witchcraft, and then you can narrow down what works for you and what doesn't. So that's basically it for this video. Hopefully it was really helpful and fun and educational. So if you have a topic that you want to contribute for this controversial video blog, please comment down below. If you are new here, welcome, hello, join the coven and subscribe. And follow me on all my social media, especially Pagan and Witches Aminos. I'm on like all of the Aminos, so just look up my name, Black Moon Coven, and we will come up, especially for you Slavic witches if you are out there. I post a lot of Slavic related blogs. So that's basically it. Follow me on all my social media, that'll be down below, and all that good stuff. So until next time, I will see you guys.